Welcome to this reading. So this is going to be what you need to know right now. I feel like this is all about a prosperous future. So whatever that means for you, I feel like this message is going to be about prosperity and incoming abundance. Okay, I'm really channeling that. I did my walk earlier in nature and the word that kept coming to mind was prosperity. So go ahead and tap in here, tune in to which card is calling to you the most. I'm not going to use any crystals above the cards. I'm just going to let you choose based on which card is calling to you, and I'm going to flip them over as always so you can see what the messages are if you haven't decided yet. The first one here is good luck, auspicious, wishes granted, and blessings. So this is a hag stone as well. I have one out on the table. I just felt like it went with the theme of today's message because I am using the Ancient Stones Oracle card deck. There you go. Have a look at that. That's really special. When I found that last summer, I was just so blessed to find it. So yeah, this one's good luck. So we'll have to see what the tarot messages are to go along with this oracle message for you, but looks like things are looking prosperous with the first one. Second one here, we have the cycle breaker. You'll get through it. Cycle ending. So you're completing a cycle, I feel like, of toxicity, but also you can see the generational trauma or the generational curses, it could feel like, that you've been breaking for your family line. It feels like this one is to do with someone who's a cycle breaker, generational cycle breaker. The temple is the last one here. The wisdom within, quieten external noise. So this could be like more of like a spiritual prosperity, it feels like, with this message with card number 3 here. So I'm going to get into the messages with some, I feel like, ethereal visions tarot, going with the theme of the colors here and just the vibe of the message, as well as I feel wandering star tarot as well. And I'm going to get an angel number for each message as well. So here's the Wandering Star Tarot. So stick around if any of these decks or this message or me as a reader resonate with you. There could be something here for you. Find your video in the description below or follow the timestamp on this video to find your reading. So this is for card number 1, which is good luck. It says auspicious, wishes granted, and blessings. I'm going to pull an angel number card to go along with your message, and then we'll get into the tarot. We have angel number 601, new. Embrace the unknown. Some changes are coming your way. Your angels know you are stuck in a comfort zone. So a new opportunity is on its way to bump you out of it. Yes, it will be scary and unfamiliar, but it will also be good for you. Right now, take a few centering breaths as you visualize confidence flowing into you, knowing you are capable of navigating whatever unexpected situation presents itself. So this is a good change. It may feel scary just because it is unknown, as this card is saying. I don't feel like you need to fear any of the things that may be coming to mind when you think of pursuing this new path. It does feel like it's going to bring a lot of vitality. It's going to bring almost like newfound hope is also what I'm hearing with this. So maybe you've kind of felt like you've lost your hope for a little while, and see how this, it's almost like a portal opening up for someone to walk through. So I feel like this is like the life that you've been wanting, whatever it is specifically. We're going to see with the tarot, but your wish is being granted. So you're walking through this portal into that life that maybe for so long has just felt like a dream. So don't sabotage this. I'm also hearing do not sabotage this, because whatever fears are coming to mind, those fears are not going to happen for you. Like those things that you're fearing are not going to happen for you. And the fear is like facing everything and rising, you know, just face those fears and rise above them. So let's get into the tarot messages for what is your good luck? What are the wishes that are being granted? What is this message about for the viewer? What do they need to know? 3 of Pentacles reversed. I want to get the top one as well. 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. With the 3 of Pentacles reversed, it feels like you're being pulled away from what is familiar in terms of like stability. So it can be friendships mainly is what I'm feeling, or it could be a job. Okay, for some of you it is. Just like the people around you is what I'm getting with the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like your energy shifted, so therefore you don't resonate with certain people. And the 2 of Pentacles reversed, I feel like that's you getting tired of juggling whatever this was, like even pretending that you're happy here. It feels like pretending like you have contentment when you don't. So that's what's coming through with those two. And the well, yeah, it's like your soul is thirsty. You're ready for something new. You're ready for inspiration, or to follow your inspiration. I feel like you've had this dream or this vision, this inspiration for a while for your life, but the life that you're living doesn't match this blueprint. So you could struggle with some depression as well, I'm picking up. And maybe the people that you were surrounded by or surrounded with or you surrounded yourself with in the past, they used to resonate, right? Because maybe you used to view the world differently and maybe you had more of a lower vibration, it feels like. So now it's like you've done this inner work. You've known like who you are now on a deeper level, and these other people, it's not to say anyone's better or worse. I don't like to use that terminology or anything like that, but it just feels like you've vibrated away from whatever this old vibration was, whatever these dreams or goals were. You've met them, and you've met yourself even deeper, and now you have bigger goals, you know? So you just don't resonate with certain people. I'm also looking up at my vision board here. It says, these old stories aren't yours anymore. Write yourself a new future. So I feel like that could resonate for some of you. And you know that you're going to make it through this. You know that there is something new. 5 of Wands. So if there's any conflict or any kind of, yeah, maybe that's what you're fearing with these people. It feels like you may be fearing conflict when it comes to speaking your truth or just going your own way. But you don't have to fear it again. You don't have to fear that. There's nobody that has any power over you, and you have total control of your life. The Hanged Man. I feel like you've done that suspension. You've done that look at your life, you know? And it's like you're coming out of this now. You're not indecisive. You're not stuck in indecision is what I wanted to say with that 2 of Pentacles too. That goes perfectly together. It feels like you know now. So there's no choice but to walk through this portal. Let's get another one here. Page of Wands reversed. Okay, so this goes with the inspiration as well. I'm going to put that over here. I just kind of do it intuitively, you know, and I feel like that goes well with the well because I mentioned the inspiration. All right, so it's been a while since you've allowed yourself to dream a new dream. That's coming through. So I feel like you've always had like a certain vision, a certain dream for your life, but there's something that your soul is calling you to on a deeper level. And maybe because this other stuff hasn't materialized yet, there's been a part of you that, as I mentioned, has been depressed. So therefore you haven't really allowed yourself to even think about a new thing coming in, because maybe you're kind of like in this stubborn aspect of your personality. Some people could say you're stubborn. Just the energy is somebody that's like kind of given up hope a little bit, you know? You don't want to even try to envision anymore because you put so much effort into this inner work and into visualization in the past. And I feel like also this 5 of Wands could be your oscillating emotions at this time, but you're just like waiting. I just get this energy of like you're waiting and waiting and waiting. 3 of Swords, there could have been pain here. Obviously with this 3 of Swords, it is indicating grief and pain and turmoil. Maybe this is the fear of you leaving your comfort zone, or just those fears that are coming up, but they're not going to happen. Let's go at the bottom. The Moon. Okay. So it could be some hurt that's coming to the surface for your healing right now. This is for your highest healing, your highest good. Okay. And you know that. So whatever comes up as a fear, whatever comes up as like conflicting emotions that are counter to your manifestation, do not allow those fears to get in the way. Allow them to come to the surface for acknowledgement, but do not let them take your vision from you, because I feel like you're somebody who has a lot of vision. You always have from a young age. You've been able to picture things so vividly. You have clairvoyance. I want to get one more. The Empress reversed. All right, so it feels like there is a wound around receiving with her in the reverse, with that energy of, I feel like also you've just been waiting so long, you know, that impatient energy, or almost like you want to just give up. So I feel like this message is reaching you. And if you've hung in this long, something drew you in to hear this, you know, it is coming in. And I see the 111, which is actually the 3. So 111 could be a synchronicity for you, or a sign. Just know that it is coming in. It is going to happen. Like, I feel like I can't give a timeline on this because I feel like it's meant to be a surprise. And the door slamming confirmation, just going to be a surprise the way I didn't expect that to. I feel like, all right, you know, it's embracing the unknown. Let's get some confirmation. And now she's laughing. Queen of Pentacles reversed. It's time for you to be taken care of. It's time for you to, you know, because you're so loving and you're so helpful to others, it's time for you to be helped. I'm also hearing. Let's see what else you need to know. The Hierophant. I think you know this on a deeper level. This is speaking to a deeper part of you that already knows that you have this very powerful ability to visualize and create with your imagination. And you also know what inspiration feels like, and you know how to grab onto that. Your hope has been waning, is what it looks like. With the star reversed, it does indicate maybe your inspiration has been lacking and your faith and your hope. But this message has come across to remind you, you have a higher vision. You have been guided to this point. You have been. And Spirit wouldn't take you this far just to like abandon you here, you know? And your higher self, even your manifesting abilities. 5 of Wands again, this time in the reverse. You know, you have the ability to overcome whatever these negative thoughts are. It feels like if people are also like trying to take what's yours, there's a little bit of that energy coming through with the Queen of Pentacles reverse too. Like maybe other people have just like always taken you as, they've seen you as so loving, so wise and charming, but maybe they like suspected you of deceit. And so therefore they were the ones that stabbed you in the back or stabbed you in the heart before you even had a chance to see what was coming. I also get that energy too. You could have been betrayed for sure. And people see you as competition. So don't be in competition with yourself or with the divine right now, because your life needs to be free of this competitive energy, or even like making yourself feel bad. Oh my gosh, the moon again. If you have any bad feelings about like rising above or leaving certain people and relationships in the past, your intuition is on point with the moon out twice, and a little bit of shadow work is just needed, is what it looks like. You could also be somebody who is very intuitive. You could have Pisces in your chart. I'm seeing that as well. I'm also taking note of the wolf here. So it looks like you could be somebody who spends a lot of time in solitude. This card is also giving me a little bit of the Hermit Tarot vibes. So lone wolf energy. Maybe you like to be up at night, kind of like a witchy vibe I'm getting from this too. Is maybe you like to be alone. It's giving like wilderness energy as well, you know. Maybe you like to go outside and be amongst the trees. Trees are significant too. Let's get one last card here. Last card is the Magician. Trust. Trust in your ability, your power, your skills, all that manifesting that you've put out there, all that visualization, as I said, was never for no reason. It was for a reason, and it's just gonna happen. Again, I can't give a timeline because I feel like this is supposed to be a surprise, but whatever's the last thing you need to look at in the shadow is just like the last step before this new beginning, this new portal of your wishes being granted, your abundance inflowing. Please let me know if this message resonated for you in the comments below. Like and share this video if you feel like it would help somebody else, and I'm sending you so much love. So this is reading number 2, card number 2, the Cycle Breaker. You'll get through it. Whatever it is you're going through, I feel like you've spent your whole life working through karma, like working through the karmic cycles of your family and your ancestors, but this cycle is about to end. So take that how it resonates. It could be on a larger scale, you know, as I'm saying, like generational stuff. I feel like it is. I also feel like there's something pertinent to now that is very specific that you're working through that feels like it's a never-ending cycle, and you're just like, get me off of this, like get me off of this ride, get me off of this roller coaster, get me off of this hamster wheel, whatever it is. So let's get your angel number for this message. 411. Important relationships. See the value in those you love. You are called to select one relationship close to you and nurture it in an attentive and loving way. Think about how to tell a loved one how much you care for them, appreciate them, and see them in your life. Make time for them today as you communicate how important they are to you. What I'm getting intuitively as well is some of you could have children, your own children now, and I feel like that could be your priority for this cycle breaking. And just keep that in your mind, like keep that as a focus. 114 as I look down as well, so that's the same as 411 but in reverse. That could be significant, those numbers, 1s and 4s. It's important for you to have at least one person that you let in, one person that you trust, because I feel like your whole life you couldn't trust anybody around you. I'm getting the generational trauma. Okay, so you could have had a very uncomfortable, like non-magical childhood. Everything just felt like you've been working since basically the day you were born. It was like your role to always be there for your family and maybe take care of your family, even financially. I'm getting some of you have provided financially for your own parents, or maybe addiction has run in the family, so that's coming through. Let's get some tarot messages. Sorry, I want to start with this one. Let's get some tarot messages from the Ethereal Visions tarot deck, see what this viewer needs to know. Death and rebirth in the reverse position. So I feel like with the death card, this is you ending it, right? This is the end. And with it in reverse, I feel like for some reason, there's a little bit of hesitancy, even though I mentioned you're so ready to be done. It just feels like the life on the other side of this cycle is unknown. So that could cause you a little bit of fear right now, a little bit of hesitancy. 8 of Cups to move forward, right? This is about walking away. And it's very emotional too, because you're leaving those 8 cups behind. You're leaving behind, I feel like for you, it's bittersweet. I'm getting bittersweet emotions here, even as a channeler, because you love these people, but yet you know they're not good for you. Somebody needs to hear that. Or it could be even one person. If this is not family and it's just like a relationship you're in that hasn't been positive, you know, it sucks the life out of you with the sun reverse. Whatever this cycle is, it's been sucking the life out of you, and the life and the light is going to be returning. It is going to be returning, because this is a message of prosperity, right? And I feel like this is prosperity in your relationships for whoever I'm speaking to. And there are people that do love you. I feel like you've had at least one very specific close friend, or maybe it's like a soulmate that's literally borderline lover, okay? So some of you, I feel like love could be coming in with this 411. That's what I'm feeling like. You could be finding a partner who is going to take care of you the way you've always like had to, for the way you've always had to take care of yourself, you know. Page of Pentacles reversed. Let's look at it in the upright position. This is somebody with a lot of talent and a lot of skill. I feel like this is you being burnt out using your talent and your skill, and that was always rescuing others. Let's put it a little higher. Sorry about my setup. You can't exactly see everything in entirety, but you get the point as I'm showing you them. Like, you've had this skill to heal, but you're like, it's my time to be healed. And I'm getting emotional with saying that. It feels like you just put all your needs aside for others. That's what it feels like. And this prosperity that's going to be coming through for you is going to be somebody taking care of you, or you taking care of yourself, and then attracting in friendships and people that are also going to love you the same way you're loving yourself in this new light. The Emperor card is out now. So this is, it could be a divine masculine energy, or this could also be your energy that you're stepping into, right? Like no BS. Like you'll be a confident leader, but you're leading with your heart now is what it feels like. Not in the way that like you're sacrificing and overgiving, though. Like you're having discernment to a greater degree, and you're knowing the power that you have over saying no, even saying what you want over your life and going after it. That's where there's this hesitancy, because that's just so unfamiliar for you. I feel like you were somebody who overgave. I'm seeing 6 of Pentacles in my mind's eye. So that's the card of giving and taking, giving and receiving energy. And it feels like for you, it would be 6 of Pentacles reversed energy, where it was never fair. It was never equal. Then we have the 6 of Cups here. All right. So again, going back to childhood, it feels like that's why this is difficult to finally acknowledge, like the weight of the pain, the weight of just everything, like the world. It feels like even the world has been on your back. But some of it was your own beliefs. Like I'm getting somebody who even maybe you got into self-help stuff, or you got into spirituality, but a lot of the spirituality and self-help was always focused on like a lot of inner work. And sometimes you need a break from inner work. Sometimes you just need to know who you are, like know that you are good, you're grounded, you're enough. Somebody needs to hear that you are enough. No matter what you give, you know, if you even gave another day in your life, it wouldn't matter now, because you've done so much. Just who you are is enough as well. That's what I'm here to say. You are enough as you are. And I feel like there's somebody from the past returning with the 6 of Cups. So again, it could be a very close friend, like somebody who knows you, who knows what you've gone through, and they may reappear in your life. Or it could be somebody, as I mentioned, like soulmate, borderline lover, twin flame kind of energy. That is an important relationship that's meant to be a part of your future, because they also maybe have had a similar upbringing. Ace of Wands reversed. So this is inspired. Again, I'm getting a lot of inspiration with every message today, and all my cards I've been delivering. Inspiration. Yeah, here's what I'm getting is I feel like this 6 of Cups energy is going to come in at exactly the right moment to like reinvigorate you. I'm hearing like reignite this flame, this passion within you. And it's also like, doesn't have to be just romantic. For some of you, that's just like your passion for living, the sun reverse, right? This energy of being so tired out. I don't even feel like you know how tired out you actually are. It's like giving the energy of somebody who goes to rest and then finally realizes, like, holy shit, pardon my language, but I'm exhausted. And your body hasn't even been able to ever rest because you've been in this hyper state of trauma, this hyper state of needing to fix things, or feeling like you need to keep going, feeling like you need to keep fixing yourself, fixing others. That's over for you with the Emperor energy. Okay, it's time for you to step into that Emperor energy and just be confident and like knowing who you are. Queen of Swords reversed. Also, this can mean coming out of a harsher energy, but I feel like this harsher energy was with yourself and your perfectionism is what I'm getting. I don't feel like you've had a lot of icy boundaries around you towards others. That's why part of the message is to do so, you know, a little bit, and like love yourself, find yourself, follow your intuition. But I feel like you have some pretty high standards for yourself. That's what I'm seeing. You had these high standards, and I feel like spirit guided you to be the cycle breaker. But don't embody that as like this is your mission for life, because it's over now. When this message is reaching and you've made it to this point, like it is over now. This death and rebirth, it's happening, okay? And especially if this is resonating with you on a deeper level, if you're getting super emotional, you can feel it, you know, and you can be making that decision in your body, like emotionally right now, as this message is coming through for you. Because a lot of these messages I deliver are transmissions. So I feel like the ones who hang in there to a certain point, you're getting that transmission through the message. You're getting the energy from your guides, from your angels, from your team. You're so loved. Just know that as well. I'm going to pull some more cards from the Wandering Star Tarot deck to get some more confirmation for you on what you need to know. So let's see, what do you need to let go of to make your energy more light? Page of Cups reverse. I feel like this is always waiting for the ball to drop. Always like wanting this love and magic. And I'm even getting inspiration, even though it doesn't mention it on here, but like always wanting that for your life, this fun, and then kind of denying it to yourself because of the role you've always played. That's depleting you. That's what's depleting you. And Spirit is always bringing through signs. I feel like you are somebody who sees the angel numbers and sees the signs. The Hermit reversed. What I'm getting with this one is not denying, like as this number said too, like denying your true self to be seen by others, because there are some certain people that are meant to see you in your radiant sun energy, okay? But not everybody, because some of them have taken from you, right? And you don't want to continue that pattern. But it is time to come out of hermit mode a little bit here, all right? And finally walk away from what you need to walk away from with no guilt. Like that's what I'm getting to, is like, and walking towards whoever is incoming. Like if this is a new lover, if this is friendships and things like that, walking towards those people, allowing some people in. 9 of Swords, but keep your circle close. What am I trying to say? Keep your circle tight and small, but also, why did I say close? It feels like it's a closed energy. If this is an intimate relationship, you're not meant to be open about the progress of this, or for some of you, like you and this person are going to be a very private couple because you've both been through so much pain with the 9 of Swords that it feels like you guys are just not going back to that energy. 9 of Swords, you know, depression, anxiety, sleepless nights. Put up a boundary here, like with the Emperor, in your energy. That's what I'm saying, is like being confident enough to never go back to that. And sure, there will be times in life when you oscillate and things come up that are out of your control that will naturally bring up those emotions, but you're never meant to be in that despair as you have been, and Spirit has been calling you away from this. So whoever this important relationship is, they have a key part to play in this, because I feel like they've also slayed their demons. The World card. Gotta censor this one. This one is the completion, all right, though. That's why I'm giggling here, because this is the reward. It is the success. It is the completion, and it is done. Claim it over your life. It is done. It is over. You're walking into the new. I'm going to set this one aside because of the nudity. And let's get your last card here. 6 of Pentacles reversed. Well. Would you look at that? That's exactly what I mentioned. Overgiving, right? You've been overgiving. You've been the one reaching out to people who became dependent on you. And so this important relationship is the one that's going to give back to you or remind you, at least if it's like a very close friend, soulmate, they're reminding you who you are, emperor energy, empress energy, even if, I feel like if you are feminine, though, it is still a bit more masculine at this point because of the boundaries you have to put up. It's been hard for you to even soften. It's been hard for you to even to yourself soften, right? With this Queen of Swords energy and this harsh, like all these standards that you have to live up to. I was going to take this one. So let's take all three. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Okay, we're going to take 4. Looks like. Gotta go with what Spirit's trying to say here. It's getting dark as well, so I might have to switch my lighting. The High Priestess. Okay, so look at this. The inner voice, the spiritual world, the wisdom, dreams, and secrets. So I feel like this new relationship, this new path even altogether, I feel like 2 things. You've begun it like in secret, but you're meant to continue to keep some things a secret, which may be difficult for you. Let's see what else we have. The Sun, right? Because maybe you were such an overgiver before that. That's what drained your life force, right? And now it's like, it's going to come back. And when it does come back, it may be coming back already. I feel like it is. You are not going to put out your light for anybody. This is your life. You see the word life here as well? This is your energy. This is your time on earth. And you have a big heart, but you got to protect that heart. 9 of Pentacles, because your garden is about to bloom. All the comforts. And look at this, prosperity is on this card. I love it. I know we're losing light with the sun setting, but prosperity there, accomplishment, stability, it's all there for you. 7 of Wands in the reversed. The challenges are over. You see that? Courage and challenge. You can let your guard down now, especially with Spirit, that you've trusted to this point. They're not going to let you down. They're going to bring in all the blessings that you need at exactly the right timing. So don't fear with this Page of Cups reversed that this love and this magic can't be yours. Whatever this limiting belief is around your prosperity, when it comes to love, don't fear. Don't fear love, because there are real people out there who really do love you. They do want the best for you, and they want to see you shining, and they won't put out your light. So it's going to require some discernment with that landing under the High Priestess and around the Queen of Swords there with your boundaries and the Page of Pentacles, where you kind of stopped yourself from doing what you needed to do for yourself. And it's that selfish energy, but it's like selfish energy in the best way, because it's time to complete this cycle. And I love how the world came out, because that just confirms the first message, your first message of being the cycle breaker. So after the completion comes the success and the rewards, because you've worked so hard. It's time for you to have your light and your life returning. So especially if this has impacted you on the level of your physical body and your health, I know it definitely has impacted you mentally, so I wouldn't be surprised if you've had some health things. I'm being called to say that that's going to be over. Like, you're going to have this life force. And for some of you, it's been extra weight that you can't lose, because you've always had to have this armor up against the world and against family members, against people who always wanted to take from you, and you didn't know how to say no. So you had to put up those boundaries in terms of like putting on extra weight. That is a thing that people do when they don't know how to have boundaries. They sort of put on that external boundary, right, in the physical here. But that's going to be coming off for you. If you've had any excess weight, I'm hearing that for sure. And different health things that are just minor health things, they're going to be reversed when this life force energy, it returns, because it is returning. I feel like even with this message, you can feel it. So that is your message. We got it just in time before the sun goes completely down. I still have to do the third one, but I'm going to switch the lighting. I'm sending you so much love, okay? This is not easy. You got to love yourself for how far you've come. And there are people that love you too. So don't be afraid to let those people in, even if you don't feel perfect, because I feel like you struggle with perfection. So this is reading number 3, card number 3, which is Temple. We're losing the light here, but bear with this evening lighting now. The wisdom within, quieten external noise. It's time for you to be prosperous on a more spiritual level. I feel like with this message, it's going to be about your spiritual self, your spiritual journey. I feel like it's time to tune out the external in terms of like taking a vacation. Some of you need to take a vacation as well. Take a break from work. Let's see what the angel card is. 722, restoring acts. Clear your energetic space. Your angels need you to cleanse your energy today. They're telling you it's become too muddied with things that are holding you back. Right now, pick up some of your favorite crystals and move them in a circle around your auric field. The energy around you that is also part of you. Visualize anything that needs to go. leaving your auric field. I feel like, you know, you don't have to necessarily do that, but it is speaking of clearing that energy field around you. All right, things have been heavy, but I feel like it is true about your energetic cleansing, your, what is the word I'm looking for? Your spiritual hygiene. That's what's coming through. So maybe you've had poor spiritual hygiene and you're becoming aware of this. You're becoming aware of the aura. You're becoming aware of energy. I feel like this is kind of new for you, or at least this level is a newer level, a deeper level for you. Let's also get your tarot cards here with the Ethereal Visions Tarot card deck. This one's actually calling me in, so let's go with the Temperance card. We're going to take that one because I feel like this is your spiritual journey. This is the guidance, right? This is you balancing body, soul, and spirit in quiet, in solitude, with your guides, with the divine. The Artist is reversed. You could be a creative person as well, or you've been like called to create something with art here. Otherwise, it is just your life, creating your life anew. And I feel like you have maybe just been unsure about what to create in your life, in your future, because this is a restoration period, right? So it could be like you're in a liminal space and you're not quite even sure who you are, or you're not even quite sure how you feel. You may have done some like recent studying. I'm also seeing with your spirituality, you could have bought a book recently. Books are coming through. And I'm also looking at my vision board here and I'm seeing let your most wild, messy self emerge. So I feel like that goes with the art message, the creative message. Just let yourself be whatever you are. You don't have to like fit any kind of standards. The World card is out here. It's like the old you is gone. That's why it's like a little bit difficult for me to be even channeling this, because I'm just like not quite sure what the energy is, but I feel like that is the message, is you're not quite sure what your energy is, you know, and you're like figuring that out, you know. So it's like I'm apologizing in a way for this message being sort of almost like lacking a direction, but I feel like that's how you're feeling right now. And just know that your spirit guides have your back. Spirit has been leading you to this point. I feel like divination is important with this collective too. You could have recently like gotten into readings like this, or you're thinking of getting a tarot deck. If somebody's thinking of getting a tarot deck or oracle card deck, that would be a sign that yes, you should. The Fool, this is it, like the new beginning. That's why this energy is so hard to pinpoint, because I feel like you are in that liminal space and the new beginning is about to happen for you. But it's going to be after you find more balance. Right now you're working on this balance and restoration. Then you're going to be creating, contemplating what to create. And it's something new with the World and the Fool. This is the end of the tarot with the World, and the Fool is the very beginning. So you're ending one thing, you're going into something totally new. So you could be totally uprooting in your spiritual beliefs as well. Like changing that all up completely. Let's see what else. I think I'm going to go with the top one. Knight of Cups. So this is incoming emotional offer. It could be from somebody that is a lover. I am kind of intuiting that. But I'm also seeing you giving to yourself. So first of all, you give to yourself this love. And maybe that's kind of new for you, right? And then in the future, I do feel like this could be a lover coming in. Let's see. More information on Knight of Cups energy. This one's coming through. Five of Cups reversed is a grief. So if this is love related, if you're thinking of in the future having somebody who's more of like a soul match or a spiritual match on like a deeper level, what first needs to happen is letting go of the old, letting go of your old life completely and whoever was a part of your past. So I feel like for some of you specifically, it's not everybody with it being collective, but there is an old relationship that's also closing out as you deepen your spiritual connection and you're following your guidance. And maybe you've been getting readings that are along the same lines as this, and you know that you're supposed to leave somebody in the past. There's like a higher love. I'm getting that song Higher Love. Higher love coming through, but first it's that spiritual love with you and the divine, figuring out who you are as a spiritual person, your spirituality, and then meeting somebody on that wavelength. Yeah, Knight of Wands. That's the passionate energy. And it's somebody who is very confident about, you know, maybe more like Aries energy, kind of impulsive, acting before they think in a way, because they're very heart-led. It feels like, I know it's like the Wands energy, it's not the Cups energy, but I do feel like with this Knight of Wands, it feels like somebody who is so in love. Maybe it's because I'm picking up on this energy, but it's like so in love, but also like not gonna let you go. When they see you, it's like soulmate energy. It will be like twin flame almost energy. I don't like to always use those terms, but it's like a strong connection that will be just so magnetic. I'm seeing that. So for some of you, it is a lover. For others of you, that's just you being in your confidence and being passionate about what you believe and what you know to be true. It's not even about belief. It's like truth that you know. Nine of Swords. What you're fearing is going within and quieting the noise because of this Nine of Swords. Whatever comes through as an insight for you, like whatever's coming through as, yeah, I want to say insight. So it's something you're fearing, but it's just actually meant to reveal blockages. It's meant to, again, like clear your energetic space. It's going to restore you to finally acknowledge what are these things in the shadows? What are these things that have been holding you back, right? All right, let's go on to the other deck now, the Wandering Star deck, for more information, what you need to know. Queen of Pentacles, loyal, charming, wise, loving. So I feel like this goes with the creation energy. It's also you feeling secure. I could also see somebody here is going to be doing some kind of spiritual business, like with divination, or with even like somebody doing writing a book, doing a podcast, doing something with their spiritual insights. And so the Queen of Pentacles is the balance between home and work. So I feel like there will be something to do with career here that's going to arise from some kind of insight. You know, once you've done more of this healing work, it's going to cause you to be a teacher. It feels like with the artist too, it's like creating something from the pain, creating something from all these hard lessons that you had to learn. More information. King of Cups reversed. With this going by the World and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, as I said though, with the Knight of Wands, it's somebody who's very passionate. I'm getting an energy of somebody who's a passionate creator, but also not allowing their emotions to get in the way. So what I mean by that is, in the past, I feel like you may have struggled with depression to the point where it literally crippled you from forward movement. Like you were too much in your emotions and too much focused on maybe everything going wrong. So that's the cycle that you're ending, or the fear of everything going wrong. So you've got more control over your emotions, and therefore you're going to be able to create something from this, right? Because in the past, if you were too much in your emotional realm and too much about like floundering around trying to figure things out or just feeling hopeless, I feel like you're more grounded now. This is the Eight of Wands, so it's good news and travel. I feel like this is just traveling out of the past, out of that busy life too. I feel like for some of you with the Queen of Pentacles, it is indicating maybe you had been too busy with work. So you're balancing this now with your spirituality and realizing the importance of even like what is important to you. What is important to you to spend your time on? That brings you peace with the Temperance card. That brings you balance. That fills your cup emotionally, as well as, you know, inspires you and makes you passionate and excited to wake up in the morning. Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy. Somebody who wants to wake up in the morning and achieve and accomplish. Okay, so again, with that also indicating a partner for some of you, that could be like a balanced energy for you, because maybe you're more ready to just be in your gentle, sensitive nature. Somebody who can do more of like the tasks. I don't know, it just feels like your time right now is to be more spiritual, more intuitive, and somebody else is going to support you on the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Material things. Sorry, my brain is just, this is a very confusing reading. They're not always like this. Seven of Cups reversed. This is a puzzle for me, honestly. Yeah, so Seven of Cups reversed. You're done. Yeah, or you're about to be done with all this emotional stuff. Because Seven of Cups is somebody who's like also trapped in emotions, trapped in indecision. I don't feel like that's your story anymore. You're going to be forward moving, and also it's in a positive way, right? There could be travel as well. You could be traveling. Okay, some of you are very specific. Some people are traveling for some kind of spiritual retreat. Last one, Queen of Cups. So compassionate, intuitive, creative. Again, creativity is coming out. So